Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So, Nicki Minaj has been recruited, okay? It looks like because, a few people in Young Money have been taking L's, Champagne Thickums and Wayne, they need Nicki to come save the day, okay? Champagne Thickums is trying to do another record with Nicki Minaj. He is currently working, allegedly, on his next solo album. Not the album with Party Next Door, okay? Not the R&B album. His next solo album, while he's going through his lawsuits, or pre-submission lawsuits, with the big dogs, UMG, okay? Here's the thing, though. I think Nicki Minaj should not work with Champagne Thickums no more. I think she needs to cut him off. Cut off the snakes. Cut off the snakes. One, I could remember him not promoting Pink Friday 2 or Needle when Pink Friday 2 came out. Does anybody else remember that, or is that just me? Then you fall out with everybody, including your own label. Now you want help from the queen? Oh, no. You better stay away from the queen, you botched BBL loser. Okay? I mean, he's worse than Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, Megan uses people, but Champagne Thickums is 10 times worse in my opinion. Absolutely not. Now, I know Nicki Minaj technically always usually has loyalty to the snakes. I don't mind if she works with Wayne, because, Wayne doesn't openly collaborate with her ops, especially when there's beef going on like Champagne Thickums did with Scratch Off. Wayne did a collaboration with Scratch Off way before Nicki Minaj and Scratch Off got into it. He just did a record with Scratch Off after Scratch Off called Nicki Minaj an R-word, a super freaky grandma. Like, he's a snake. Nicki Minaj should only collaborate with Tyga and Wayne from Young Money, okay? And leave Champagne Thickums to dry, okay? He's getting blackballed, and is no point of working with him at this point. Okay, if the shoe was on the other foot when Nicki Minaj was going through her hate train, when she was getting blackballed by the industry, Champagne Thickums was nowhere to be found. He was ghost. He was working with the Migos. He was linking up with 21 Below Average. He was taking pictures with Botch and Bitter, and saying how she was the hardest working person at OVO Fest. He was linking up with the ops. And another thing is, Champagne Thickums, anybody that works with Champagne Thickums, they're not getting a push at UMG. Best believe it. If you're working with Champagne Thickums after this lawsuit, you're setting yourself up for failure, because UMG is not going to push any Champagne Thickums record. Let's be very clear. Okay? The payola has been removed. Nicki Minaj, she got to save herself and leave them to dry, because they did the same thing to her when she was going through her hate train. The only person she need to be loyal to is Wayne and, Tyga. They were there for her during the hate train. Champagne Thickums and his botch BBL was not. He need to sit the F down. And you know what? Just because I feel like it, donkey of the day. Now, the people have spoken. A lot of fans are begging Botch and Bitter to collaborate with Kung Fu Kenny, the king of rap, because he just went #1 with his album, and he got 7 songs in the top 10. Okay, we're gonna go over that a little bit later. But the point of the matter is, fans are asking Kung Fu Kenny to give Botch and Bitter a hit, because no shade. She kind of been flopping on here. Yeah, she went top 10. I think it was a few months ago with Dr. Miami, but it didn't stay in the top 10, and that record was forgettable. No shade. Me personally, I can't really see Kung Fu Kenny doing a collaboration with the Culture Vulture, Botch and Bitter. I mean, if you're calling Champagne Thickums a colonizer, what is Botch and Bitter? Okay, she definitely a colonizer. She don't even got no black parents, but she be saying the N-word all through her music, all through social media, calling black women monkeys. It would not be a good look for Kung Fu Kenny to work with the colonizer and culture vulture, Cardi B. But I can see her getting a Champagne Thickums collaboration. Oh, yes. I can see Champagne Thickums linking up with the op Botch and Bitter. A lot of people don't even really know that they already got a collaboration in Stash. It just never officially came out. But the colonizers need to link up together. Cardi B and Champagne Thickums. His career is already over. He's blackballed. UMG not gonna push it anyway. So I wouldn't really care if they work together. But Kung Fu Kenny, you must stay away. You don't want the Botch and Bitter curse. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on from that, NME ranks Megan Thee Stallion's Piss as the 10th best song this year. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. I'm gonna have to disagree. I think I can name 10 better songs that came out than Piss. Now, I do like, what is it called? Bigger in Texas, or Rock Steady. Those are bops. Piss was trash. Only reason why I went number one is because Nicki Minaj was going off on Megan Thee Stallion for 40 days and 40 nights. And that gave Megan Thee Stallion a lot of momentum. But the momentum got lost. And that's why her 2 albums flopped on the charts. Is because Nicki Minaj has been paying her dust. Okay? But Piss was not the 10th best song of the year. Okay, especially now that Kung Fu Kenny album dropped. Absolutely not. All the songs on Kung Fu Kenny's album is better than Megan Thee Stallion. Piss. Anything on Eminem and Tyler the Creator's album was better than Piss. So I don't understand how this got 10th best song. Devil Nation must have sent some checks in. No shade. Allegedly, but this gotta be wrong. Absolutely, positively no. Donkey of the day to NME for this false lie in advertising of Piss. Now, moving on from that, Scratch Off, you got to come to the front of the congregation. Scratch Off fans, the crackpots, are unfortunately dragging Scratch Off by her lace front because they're upset about her non-sold out tour. A fan said her tour is probably the worst tour I've ever seen. Everything is so unorganized. The photographer is a chop. The choreography is whack. Set lists don't make sense. And please don't get me started on the stage budget and production. It's literally in the gutter. Not in the gutter with Scratch Off sales. No. Why they going in on Scratch Off like that? But then another fan who went to the tour said, this tour has been a complete mess. She needs a whole new team. No. Okay, a team is not going to save Scratch Off. Okay, she needs to just retire at this point. How can she put out music and don't sell, and go on tour, don't sell out, and the production of the tour and the stage setup is in the gutter and is trash? I mean, you might as well retire. Okay, my whole thing with Scratch Off is not that she's not talented. It's just that she doesn't have the budget to be a superstar. And nobody cares. Like, she light skinned, she got a BBL. She is somewhat decent looking. Her and Mariah Carey look like they around the same age. But she's somewhat decent looking. And I just feel like people are just not really caring about Scratch Off musically. I think she needs to go on Love and Hip Hop and use her side chick love life that she has with 21 Below Average as a storyline. I think people would care more about that than they do about the music. Y'all can't say y'all care about the music, and she on her 3rd album and she's selling 29,000 first week, only 1,000 more than Ice Spice. That just don't make logical sense. So clearly y'all be faking the support you all have for Scratch Off, and she really just benefits off light skin privilege. And it's no shade, okay? Not saying she's not talented, but the star power is not there. The stardom is not there. She's not really more talented than, Doja Cat and Doechii and JT and Nicki Minaj and Megan. She doesn't have more talent than them. If anything, compared to them, she might be lackluster, if you're being completely honest. But, she has some talent. I think she's more talented than Ice Spice. The queen is here. Bow down. Rolling Stone staff ranks 2024 best albums. Number 1 is Brat by Charlie XCX. I'm going to say no on that one. 2, Cowboy Carter by the queen herself. Then we got Manny Fireworks. I don't know who that is. Short and Sweet. I don't know about that. Hit Me Hard and Soft. I feel like Hit Me Hard and Soft should be number one. Tyler's album. No. We Don't Trust You. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Eternal Sunshine. Yes. Alligator Bites Never Heal. Yes, that's by Doechii. Tiger's Blood. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. The Great American Bar Scene. I don't know who that is. Charm, Two Star, and the Dream Police, and Diamond Jubilee. Okay. I don't really know some of these albums. You know, maybe I just didn't pay attention enough, or do I really care? Probably not. But Brat to me should not be number one. Okay, it should be Big Billy. Or Sabrina Carpenter's album. And I didn't even really like Sabrina Carpenter's album, but the hype was there. And she beat out Travis Scott for the number one spot when he was trying to use Payola. So, you know, I got to give her a 10 for that. And, you know, Doechii being the only rap album on here, that is phenomenal. Okay? Because a lot of people don't want to give, you know, Doechii her flowers. But Queen Bee, you know, she getting a lot of, you know, recognition for Cowboy Carter. A lot of people are speculating that she could possibly win Album of the Year. Now, moving on from that, Greedy Queen Bee Cowboy Carter art book has officially been sold out. See, y'all was buying it the whole time. So, her art book sold out in less than a day. Okay, so we got to give Queen Bee her 10s for this. How her art book sell out and y'all say y'all wasn't going to be buying. Okay, I think y'all secretly be buying Queen Bee's products and y'all just don't want to admit it. I didn't even buy this. I'm not that much of a fan. I'm not going to buy no damn art book. Okay, I didn't even buy the perfume. But a lot of fans be secret Queen Bee fans and they be supporting on the low. Just like there's a lot of secret Trump fans that be supporting on the low. Y'all are the same as the Queen Bee fans. Y'all secretly love Queen Bee, but just don't want to publicly admit it. Okay? Y'all need to come out the closet. Now, Rolling Stone reveals their best rap album of 2024. They got at number one, We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro. I like that album, but it should not be number one. Alligator Bites Never Heal, Doechii number two. Tyler the Bottom at number 3. GNX by Kung Fu Kenny at number 4. Excuse me. No. GNX should be number 1. Let's put that out there. GNX should be number 1. And it outsold the 3 albums before it. I mean, come on now. Glorious by Gorilla Glue at number 5. Prince's Pop That by Anicia, no. Almighty Soul 2 by Chief Keef, no. Sugar Honey Piss Tea by Scratch Off. You know, I feel like it should be there on the list. Towards the bottom, though. Plain Cash Copain, no. Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. I've heard a lot of people say that album was fire, but I didn't listen. And Sexy We Trust, no. Okay. No shade. That album was low-key trash. Y2K by Ice Spice. Okay. I don't know about that one. It did have bops. It did have a few bops, but I don't know about album of the year. I don't know if it was the best album of the year in 2024. Dark Times by Vince Staples, no. Oh, well, actually, no, I heard that album was pretty good. I didn't listen to it, though. And The Auditorium by Pete Rock and Common. Okay, yeah, that's a definite no. But where is Megan Act 1 and Act 2? Devil Nation not gonna be happy about this. Rolling Stone, y'all finna get it. Y'all had Megan put out 2 albums. She didn't make either list for best album of the year or best rap album of the year. Wow, that's insulting. Okay, and she didn't get no Scammy nominations. She didn't get no Payola Board nominations. Megan's going through it. Megan is getting snubbed left and right. I guess dissing Nicki Minaj didn't really elevate her career like she thought it would. Oh well, drop a tear. Now, moving on from that, the biggest rap album streaming week in the U.S. In 2024 for on-demand streams, number 1 was GNX by Kung Fu Kenny with 379.72 million streams. Okay, Number 2 was We Don't Trust You, with 3.24.31 million streams. The Death of Slim Shady with 220.08 million streams. Tyler, the Creator, with 212 streams. And American Dream by 21 Below Average with 169.53 million streams. So congratulations to these icons. Okay, except for 21 Below Average, you not know icon. But everybody else on this list is an icon. And so we got to give them their flowers. Now, Pitchfork finally got it right when it comes to Kung Fu Kënny. After wrongfully giving Kung Fu Kenny's album GNX a 6.6 out of 10 and giving Ice Spice a 7.6 out of 10, they did do right by Kung Fu Kënny, and they have officially named Not Like Us as the number 1 song of 2024. And they did right. Absolutely. It was only going to be between two people. It was either going to be Not Like Us or Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. And I just feel like Not Like Us is going to have more longevity than Sabrina Carpenter. Especially when you got dummies suing labels, okay? This is probably going to go down in history as one of the greatest diss records of all time. Okay, I actually think that this record is better than Hit 'Em Up by Tupac, because you didn't see Biggie or Diddy suing anybody, but Diddy was sending out hitters. That's why Tupac down the line. But that's not here or there. The point of the matter is, Kung Fu Kënny got Champagne Thickums all riled up, and that's why he's suing. And this is probably the biggest diss record of all time. And Tupac, no shade, he had features on Hit 'Em Up. It wasn't just him on the record. He had other people on the record. But at the end of the day, Hit 'Em Up is still a classic. So I see a lot of people saying that Not Like Us is better than Hit 'Em Up. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I'm not saying it, but that's what people are saying, all over social media. And then, of course, Rap Caviar had to hop on the Kung Fu Kënny wave, and they have announced that Kung Fu Kënny is the MVP of Rap Caviar for 2024, and Cash Cobain is the Rookie of the Year for the Rap Caviar. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I definitely agree. I need to listen to Cash Cobain a little bit more. I don't really listen to a lot of his music. It does sound a little auto-tuney in my opinion, but we got to listen to Cash Cobain a little bit more and see what he's really about. So let me know what are the hottest Cash Cobain songs out right now, so I can listen to really get a feel of the type of artist that he is. So let me know about that in the comments. Now, why do things gotta be messy? Fans are asking Kung Fu Kënny and Nicki Minaj to write a diss track to each other to see who will win, okay? A fan said that she is going to call him short, and he is going to say her casket will have the guitar shape. Okay, I think both those disses would be lame. Okay, I get what they're trying to say with the guitar shape, but that's corny. Very corny. And, Champagne Thickums already called Kung Fu Kënny short, and he still lost the brat beef. I mean, these disses are trash. Oh my goodness. I would rather them work together than, them diss each other. And so far, Kung Fu Kënny has not dissed Nicki Minaj, despite her speaking out against, him basically being the headliner at the Super Bowl over Wayne. And for what I've been told is that, he really don't diss women. Even when he was going back and forth with Champagne Thickums, he never mentioned, Champagne Thickums' baby mother, even though she was a whore, no shade, and alleged escort that slept with multiple rappers. He never mentioned Champagne Thickums' baby mama, despite Champagne Thickums mentioning, Whitney. And then also, he never really mentioned Champagne Thickums' mom in a disrespectful way either. And I was told that Kung Fu Kenny doesn't really like to diss women in his raps, unlike Champagne Thickums, who has dissed, Rihanna and Megan Thee Stallion. So he does have some morals. So I don't really see him dissing Nicki Minaj, because I was told he don't really diss women like that. Not like known women like Megan, the Nickis, the Rihannas, and stuff like that. And he never said nothing disrespectful about Champagne Thickums' baby mother. So, he's a stand-up guy. And that's why he's the king of rap. Now, the former Big Three member, J. Cole, 2014 Forest Hill Drive 10th anniversary show at Madison Square Garden has reported 150K people in queue during the pre-sale, okay? This is a good look for J. Cole. Congratulations. I'm not going to hate on it. I like J. Cole, okay? I think he's probably one of the top 15 best rappers in the world. He's top 15. He may not be top 5 in my book, or top 10, but he's top 15, dead or alive. And, I like J. Cole. I just didn't like when he chickened out of the rap beef, but it all makes sense now as to why he did that, because, I don't think he could handle Kung Fu Kenny, and then that was obvious. So it made sense why he pulled out of the rap beef, but, you can't be in the Big Three for that. So that's why he has been formally removed. Now, it has unfortunately been reported that Wicked is being boycotted and ignored in China. The musical finished first day grossing just $3K for the whole weekend. Chinese fans shared their opinion with the boring plot. Wow, so why is it being boycotted in China? Do we got anybody that is Chinese that watches the Ash Miracle show that can let us know why is it being boycotted? Okay, is that a cultural thing? Because I know in China things can get a little strict over there. Are you even allowed to watch YouTube in China? I'm curious, okay? My whole thing is, China always allegedly has been very strict. So maybe it's a cultural thing, something called Wicked they might not get into, okay? So, maybe they should put the movie out and change the language to Chinese. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they can't really understand English over there, and the movie is in English. So maybe they got to change the language for the movie, put subtitles, and put it in Chinese, and maybe the sales will increase. That's what I'm thinking, because $3K in China is very low. That's not a lot at all. That's probably how much it costs to do Ariana Grande's hair every day, probably $3,000 or $4,000 a day. So yeah, we gotta investigate that. Let me know, why aren't the fans in China supporting Wicked? I think it might be a cultural difference. They might not want to support a movie that could be deemed demonic. You never know. Didn't they do the same thing with The Little Mermaid? I heard The Little Mermaid didn't do well in China either. Okay, because they didn't want a black mermaid. That's what their streets were saying. So let me know how y'all feel about this. Oh my goodness. The king of rap and the princess of R&B are joining forces and going on a stadium world tour. Oh my goodness. Champagne Thickums, get off the floor. Champagne Thickums is not even doing stadium tours. And he's supposed to be the #1 rapper in the game. He not even doing stadiums. Wow. I'm going, okay? Ain't nothing gonna stop me from seeing the king of rap and the princess of R&B. Oh my goodness. And they going to Toronto. Champagne Thickums is going to be furious. But this is what the king's supposed to do. Okay, he's supposed to come back swinging. Yes, I'm happy about this. A stadium tour after the Super Bowl. Wow, Kung Fu Kenny cannot be stopped. But anyway, I got some hot tea on XXS and Champagne Thickums on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.